Let's check the back end here. Make sure I got vocals. Alrighty. Let's see if we got any sound. Okay, we got sound. Morning, John. How you doing? All right, let's get this underway. Hello, Christina. Hello, John. How you doing? Um, let's start this off the right way. Ladies, gentlemen, pronouns. Lend me your ears. Crazy Kid back for another live stream. And all those Canadians out there and all the people that are from the UK who celebrate Victoria Day, I salute you. Happy Victoria Day. Normally, Victoria Day is May 24th. That's actually her. That was actually her birthday, but it kind of crossed wires with the United States Memorial Day, so we celebrated a little early. But that's all cool and everything. It's still, like a holiday for us Canadians. Hello, Kiki and Jasmine. How are you doing? Oh, it's been a wild week, I'll tell you. Hey, Tina, how you doing? You don't celebrate Queen Victoria Day. Okay. I did not know that. Now I do. Aloha, Lost in Paradise. How are you doing? So we got all most of the regulars here. Um, yeah, it's been a pretty wild week. Trying to get ready for something that's coming up, and other things that are going on. Memorial Day is May 28th. Yeah. Um, yeah, like it seems like when there's a crisis going on, that's when I have the most stuff going on. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, sunflowers. Yeah, normally when there's something big coming up, normally that's when crisis happens for me. And without fail, it happened. Um, I'm not going to go directly into it because it's kind of a little bit embarrassing, but at the same time, it's also okay. Uh, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you. I just get a message when I'm live to go. I'll get that later. Um, I when I have things going on, it seems like nobody really like in my circle, my immediate circle. When they know I have something going on, that's when they want me to do something for them. It always works that way. Uh, so is this stuff with the truck? I have no idea. I don't watch the news. I really don't care for the news. I sleep better at night because I don't watch the news. It's a whole lot less stress and BS that I have to deal with if I just don't watch the news. Yeah, people always want me when I'm busy. I don't know what that is, like. So and they always want me to do 500 things when I need to do one thing for myself. So it's just That's the way it's been my entire life. I guess that's why like my feet when I was growing up, my feet never stopped moving. Um, I guess that's why I drink so much coffee is to try to keep up the energy to keep going. But yeah, it's just something to laugh about. Uh, so this week on Friday, like last week on Friday, I made this thing for my brother when he came over to visit, and I invited a friend of ours over who's been giving my brother and I a ride to and from game night at my cousin Billy's place. And I made this new recipe. Oh, let me tell you about a food coma. What I did, and I just thought of this all, like is what been going through my mind is I took a couple pork sausages and I filleted a couple uh, tips, sirloin tips, pork sirloin. I just kind of butterflied them, so this way here I can make a cavity. And in the cavity, I seasoned it with some garlic powder um, and some salt, and put some barbecue, like some bold barbecue sauce in there. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah. So I put the sausages and some caramelized onions and some cheese and some uh, barbecue sauce in that cavity and pinned it together again. And then I wrapped it in tinfoil, baked it for about an hour and a half. When I pulled that out, I was like, "Oh, I can't wait for dinner." But I wasn't done with it yet. I grabbed one of those, those Pillsbury Doughboy pizza rolls. I rolled that out, and I put some barbecue sauce on it, some caramelized onions, um, uh, some shredded cheese, and then I wrapped that uh, pork concoction with ready crisp bacon because it's already cooked, so I didn't have to wait for that to cook. I placed that on top, and I folded the the dough over top of that, flipped it over so this way here you got the smooth side on the top. Put it back in the oven, and I baked it until the crust was golden brown. Oh, man, you can only eat so much of that before you end up in a food coma. Yeah, the news is so biased. It's not funny. It all depends on which channel you're watching. You can actually depict whether they're conservative, liberal, what kind of religious backgrounds they believe in. You can depict all that just by watching what flair they show the news about. Like you can watch the same story on two different channels, actually three different channels, and get three different stories. And then all that does is just make you mad about the whole thing. Hey, Andy, how you doing? So, oops. Uh, yeah, it's not news anymore. It's just propaganda. It's just that branch of media is just pushing their agenda onto public the public. You missed the recipe for my Three Little Pigs recipe. And man, let me tell you, I like my mom just texted me saying that I gave her some on Sunday. Like I froze it and I gave her some. She just texted me just a minute ago and said it was really good. So they're liking it. So actually, I got a picture of it. Let me. Where is it at? Nope, that's not it. Uh, that's what it ended up. So yeah, it turned out. It turned out pretty good so far. My mom, my dad, my brother, my friend, they all like, oh yeah, you got to make that again. Yeah, I forgot to do that for you last time, Tina. I'm sorry. Hey, Caboose, how you doing? Hey, Nicole. Yeah, but oh, it was a food coma right after that, man. I tell you, it was like, you get done eating that, it's like, oh, I'm full. Well, not really, but after eating that, oh, it was a heavy night. I'll tell you. Um, I think next time I make it, instead of using the pizza dough, I'm going to use croissant dough because it's fluffier. I think it'll add a better texture to the mixture of the flavor. So the pizza dough seemed really heavy. Oh, I made this concoction. Put it back up on the screen here. I made this on Friday, and I call it Three Little Pigs because it's got pork sausage, pork loin, and bacon. And it's got bold. I use bold barbecue sauce just to contrast the the flavors in the. Oh yeah, it's a heart attack waiting to happen. Yeah, it was heavy. Like yeah, it was good though. Oh, like that's why I've gained a lot of weight because my cooking got really good. Like I got to the point where I'm able to enjoy the process and the thought of cooking, and that's when you find your cooking skills start leveling up. Not that I'm going to be going on any cooking shows or anything like that. Um, I'd probably end up doing a couple of appearances on YouTube friends that have cooking channels, and doing a one-on-one cooking with them or something like that if possible. I know Arlie is got a really good channel for cooking. She has a lot of great recipes, and I think doing a collab with her doing cooking would be kind of fun. It's something that I'd have to discuss with her. Yeah, yeah, like, but I'd be doing the cooking stuff on her channel, not on mine, because her channel is all about cooking and food and you know the benefits of healthy eating. And then if I bring that, like, okay, this is a big, so yeah, not on mine. I wouldn't do the cooking stuff on mine. Um, Maybe eventually down the road, if the channel got big enough where I could put moderators, like not moderators, but memberships in. Like right now, I don't see this the, the the numbers that I'm looking for in order to put out the memberships and create the extra content for those members only. That's probably what I'd be doing in those videos to do the members only recipes and members only you know comedy events and members only stuff. That's the kind of content that I would put there because then it's more you know intimate, more me and you. But that's not until I start seeing numbers really where I want them, because having two or three people in the members, that's that'd be nice, but it'd be better to have more than 10 or 20 or 50 members. So, and I got to get them. I got to get the live stream numbers up a little bit more before I start doing that. Great news! We were over 1,500 subscribers, and thank you very much for all the support in watching the videos. I really love the comments. There were some comments recently that they just touched me. They just touched my heart. People talking about their personal experiences with the songs and how they brought back happy memories. That's what I want this channel to be about: is bringing back the happy memories relating to the songs that can trigger those happy memories. Um, that's what I want the channel to be about. I don't want it to be about you know drama sphere or nothing like that. I want it to be about happy memories triggered by emotional responses that are triggered by music. Whether it's a sad event or a good event, music has a way of bringing people together in consolidation for loss and celebration for happiness. The language of music is basically there to bring the world together, not split it apart. That's why I won't do any reactions to songs that have social divide in them, that have any hint of being disregarding other authorities or other groups of people. That's not what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing just stuff that will bring a happy memory to people. That's what I really want to do. That's why after watching that 18-minute long bad video another few times, I was like, I could do a reaction to it, but there would be some people that would take my reaction the wrong way because of what the pre-video depicts. And there's some people out there who will attack anything that you do, and that's unfortunate because I really would like to do that video, but with the way that some people have been attacking, doing a reaction to that whole video, I can see some major problems arising because of that. So I'm gonna have to pass on that Michael Jackson video for now, because there are some things in there that have implications to different ethnic backgrounds, and that is why you do not show my face anymore. Except when see, the thing about it is, I'm not afraid to show my face. I if I say something, I want people to know it's coming straight from this. But if somebody's going to use my stuff out of context, that's their fault. That's their problem. So people that use my stuff and take it completely out of context and spin it out into their own, you know, BS. That's them being just hateful people. So, you know, let them, let them spin their bullshit somewhere else. And the thing about it is, they're not using their face to spin my stuff out of context. People with no lives. The biggest problem about it is I'm living rent free in their head. And the thing about it is, the landlord's a royal asshole. So that's what I have to say about that. Rent free. and when it all boils down to it, you know, I don't want to hurt anybody here. I've never hurt anybody here. And if I have, please tell me and tell me how I've hurt somebody here. And if I have, then I'll make a proper apology. But as far as I know, I've never hurt anybody on here. Why they're coming after me is because they are jealous that my channel is growing, and they want to, they're jealous that my channel is growing and their channel is not, and they're trying to piggyback some success off my channel onto theirs. The way I look at it, if you want to do that, do it in a positive way, and then the person that you're trying to piggyback off of will actually help you. If you're doing it in a hurtful way, then you're not going to get anywhere. Oh, I'm sorry, John. Oh, you guys want to hear a good joke that I heard lately? There was this old married couple, and they were lying in bed, and all of a sudden the husband just kind of, toots. He farts. And his wife's like, "What the heck was that all about?" And he goes, "Oh, it's fart football." Scores 7-0. So she, just like, while she's laying there, she lets one rip. And she's going, touchdown, tie game. So not to be outdone, he lets another one go. And they go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth like this. The score goes 14, 21, 28. And then all of a sudden, she lets out an extra rip, like an extra squeaker, and goes, oh, field goal, extra point. Not to be outdone, the husband sitting there just running, squeezing, and trying to push one out, and essentially poops the bed. And she's like, "What in the hell is that?" And he goes, "Halftime, switch sides." Yep, fart football. It's a great family fun game. My dad showed that to me yesterday when we were over at Mom and Dad's place for Family Day. He showed me that, and I read it. I was just laughing. I was like, "Oh my god, that is funny." Yeah, And then there was another joke that I heard recently. There was another joke I heard recently was this teacher was in front of the class discussing about times of tragedy. Why are women and children always allowed to evacuate first? So little Susie raises her hand and says, because women and children are a little bit more vulnerable than men are. And she's like, oh, very good, Susan, very good. So then Timmy raises his hand and he says, so that women are the procurers of, and bearers of children, so they need to procure the future. The teacher's like, oh, that's great, Timmy. Little Johnny is sitting here, he's raising his hand. Oh, me. And she's like, oh my God, what's he gonna say? So she finally allows him to speak, and he says, so this right here, that the men can discuss about a solution to the problem in quiet. Yeah, I heard that, and I was like, oh my God, I know some women. That fits. That fits huge. Like I'd be sitting there trying to fix something, and I get like freaking nattering in the background. You want to fix this? Go for it. No reproduction possible with no men and all. Yeah. Why is the turd in all jokes called Little John? Probably the same reason that in Canada, United States, we call the toilet the John. No, actually, that's a valid point, Caboose. You need both men and women to, you need both halves of that equation to get the answer. You need the egg, you need the sperm, they need to meet in order for you to get the child. So yeah, you need both. Like I can't understand the lack of logic that some of the groups out there, um, they think that we only need one half of the equation to make the species go on. No, you need both. And I watched the video. I watched the video. I should do a reaction to it, but I'm not going to. There was a video where this analyst, this clueless feminist, was sitting there saying that women don't need men to reproduce. They can just go to the sperm bank. Well, here's the thing. If the men don't go to the sperm bank and donate, women are going to go to the empty bank, and there's going to be nothing there. So, do you need each other? Yes. Well, I've been watching. Have you ever watched that TV series, Percy Jackson and the Olympians? It's all about the demigods and stuff like that going to camp. um, that kind of makes the whole what did they call that, immaculate conception? Kind of that makes the whole theory of immaculate conception. You know that puts that seed into people's mind that it's possible. But those are just fantasy fiction genre, and I don't know why some people think that fantasy fiction genre is real life. And hello, just like the people that said that, oh, if you go watch the Joaquin Phoenix movie, The Joker, you're going to end up becoming a serial killer. I watched the movie Noah, and after I got done watching that, I was like, hey, that's a pretty good adaptation to that movie. I had absolutely no inclination about building a boat and calling two of every animal to come take a ride for me or come take a ride with me. No, no, no. I'm just going to go home and relax. You know, I know the difference between fantasy and reality. What else can we discuss here? 7 in the box. Been on for about a half an hour. I've had a headache all day long, and it's just finally limiting itself. It's just finally, like minimizing itself. Gary Glitter, Gary Glitter, Gary Glitter. I can't remember who Gary Glitter was. What role did he play? Or you mean Gary Busey? Oh, yeah, the guy who played Letterman. Oh no, that was he used Glitter's music in the Joker. Don't know. No, that was uh, Robert De Niro that played the talk show host at the very end. Uh, yeah, like there's movies out there that yeah, they're there to give you an emotional response, but only while you're watching them. You carry that. No, I'm not gonna uh, Google something if you say it's not good. I don't want that kind of stuff on my computer. Um, uh, the movies are there to give you an emotional response while the movie's playing. If you carry that emotional response after the movie's done and into real life, it ain't the movie's fault for you becoming what you become. Okay. Yeah. I've also been watching a lot of the Professor of Rock, Adam Reeder, lately, giving me more insights into the music uh, that he showcased. And today I was watching one. It was on the Monkeys, and wow, it was good. Oh, okay. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, if you guys get a chance, if you guys have a chance, I highly, highly, highly recommend the Professor of Rock. He dives right deep into the songs, the band, the personalities, the actual lyrics. He dives real deep, and he's a music historian. Like the guy is just amazing. I highly recommend his channel. Um, and if he actually sees this, how you doing? But yeah, I really enjoy his channel. There's a lot of people's channels out there that you know they have a lack of great content. Um, what else can we discuss? Yeah, the Footloose song that was brought out or that went live today on my channel. It took over a month to get that released. I recorded that a while ago, and because of the, um, the song had a copyright on it, and so did the video track, like the video pieces from the movie. That had other copyrights on it as well. So I had to battle them both, and I'm like, oh, but it finally got released, and I was able to put it out for you guys. And when that movie came out, it was kind of fun because the movie itself was basically depicting how some certain groups in religion push their narratives so far that it's almost like them depicting on what others should live like. Yeah, the remake, it wasn't quite as good as the original. Like the original is fantastic. Um, I liked. I think it was Blake Shelton. No. Um, yeah, I think it was Blake Shelton that did the remake of the Footloose song, and he actually did a decent job of it. Uh, the uh, the original Footloose movie with Kevin Bacon. Ah, fantastic. Yeah, he had a knack for picking those movies that uh, allowed him to showcase more talent than just his acting. He, he was a good action star. He was a good, fun character. He was a good dancer. He had all those extra talents that he could showcase, and he didn't get stuck in a box like uh I hate to say it, when you do a series, like say for example the Marvel series, you get stuck in a box that you can only play, like say the Loki character. The guy who plays Loki, that's the only thing that people are going to look at him for in Hollywood is, okay, you play Loki. Loki's not in our show, so no. Yeah, Kevin Bacon made a ton of movies, and so did Chevy Chase. Like Chevy Chase was known widely for his comical flair. It took a long time. He had to take a long break to get into a serious role. Uh, Same thing with uh, who was it? Um, there's some actors and actresses that they did that one style of um, acting, like Jim Carrey. He was great when it came to just being like slapstick funny. Period. like Dumb and Dumber, Liar Liar, Cable Man, all those like huge movies. For him to do a dramatic romantic movie, it's going to be people aren't going to appreciate it as much because they're expecting when they see the Jim Carrey name, they're expecting funny, and that's unfortunate. With Kevin Bacon, he did it all. He didn't want to be boxed into just comedy, just dancing, just fighting, just playing guitar, doing band or singing, or he did it all. I've always liked Kevin Bacon's acting. He was very like James Cagney, very multi-dimensional. Yeah, he would have been a superstar during the golden era. He'd been a superstar during today's. Oh, that was Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey. That was one of my all-time favorite Jim Carrey movies. Me, Myself, and Irene, Liar, Liar. Those were two of my favorite Jim Carrey movies. Like when he just flips the switch and just goes off the deep end. That's funny. That was funny to me. Like when he at the supermarket when he first blew up, he was talking in the microphone about the Vagisil. The first time I watched that movie, I fell off the couch. I was laughing so hard. Oh yeah, I missed about the next 20 minutes of that movie because I was laughing so hard. Because I did that at a store myself, but not for the same product. Um, I was buying some protection, and the cashier was making a big deal of it, and I just took the phone out of her hand and started, saying, "Oh, yeah, there's a responsible teenager here, looking to protect himself." And all of a sudden, she found the price tag. Oh, that'll be this much money. Get the hell out of here. But yeah, I really wasn't big on the Truman Show. Um, it just didn't hit my buttons. Adam Sandler's another one that's they're doing a concert in Denver um in June, I think it is June 21st or June 14th, and then July 21st, I believe it is. They're doing a show in Las Vegas. Other than that, I haven't really heard a whole lot. I've been busy doing a lot of things lately. I can't discuss what they are until next week, till after the until the event passes. Because if I say it now, then I've got a whole week of regret. So I'm working on an event right now in my personal life. So that's kind of taking a little bit of time, um, and it won't be until after next week that I can discuss what was going on. So uh, other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot more going on other than um, I don't like I said I don't know a whole lot. Like I haven't been at their live streams a whole lot um, because there's a few reasons. One, those people chasing me around YouTube, just blurting out BS, and two, I haven't really had a whole lot of time to do so. So I've been working on, keeping ahead on the videos, working on the event, working on some other stuff. It's just been, you know, because the whole springtime when my back was hurting all the time, I was having a hard time getting videos out. Now I'm trying to get the roll back into it again. So it, I'm motoring, and I think that's pretty much gonna do it for tonight. Um, I What type of joke can I share? You can share any kind of joke. As long as it doesn't, it isn't outside of the YouTube guidelines. I don't mind. Like if it's about, uh, it has anything to do with racial imparities, disabilities, or whatever like that. All right, you have a great one there, Keegan and Jasmine. I wish you the best sleep, the best rest. I know it's got to be like midnight around there. So yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, what's your joke, sunflowers? 140. Just waiting on Nick, our sunflowers joke here. Yeah, so you guys are 5 hours ahead. I'll have to keep that in mind. Must be a really long joke. Yeah. You know what you could do, sunflowers? When this video goes or when the replay goes live, put it in the comment section. And then everybody can enjoy it as well. So, with that, I think I'm gonna shut this down and wish everybody peace, love, and happiness. And until we get to the next one, I wish everybody a thumbs up on the videos. Have a great night, everybody.